Hello everyone, I'm Tremayne, and this is going to be my review of Tyler Perry's Bruh, Episode 1, simply titled The Pilot. But first, if you haven't done so, please take a minute to subscribe. If you have subscribed, thank you very much. Also, I have two channels. Please subscribe to both. My one channel, which is self-titled, is Phoenix Tremayne. It only has about 500 subscribers on it. But that's where I'm going to be doing music reviews and lots of different things on that channel. And then on my main channel, Web Series and Movies, which is one word, over there I have over 20,000 subscribers. We're getting close to 21,000. We're at 20,600, 606 actually, at the time of this taping. And that is going to be focused on what soap operas we have left, Days of Our Lives in General Hospital, but also is going to be a lot of Tyler Perry shows and different dramas are going to be the focus of that channel as well. So, here we go. I'm going to tell you a little bit about Tyler Perry's Bruh. The thing that surprised me was it's only a half hour. So that kind of caught me off guard because, of course, The Oval, Ruthless, and Sisters were all an hour-long show. And I thought Bruh would get the same treatment, but nope, it's just a half hour. So the first 3 episodes have been released on BET Plus, and Bruh is a show that has my attention. I didn't get a lot out of that first episode, the pilot, and I'm watching the episode, and then I'm coming to the camera doing a review. So I haven't seen episode 2 and 3 yet. I'm gonna watch 2, come film it. 3, come film it, so that way you get my fresh reaction. And in this, we had a long scene between John and Alice. Alice is John's mother. I put a note here that she's like a mini Medea, who is TMI, which is short for too much information, and she's like a horny cougar. And I called her a mini Medea because she talks about fighting. She talks about fighting him and talks about very candidly about sex, and you know, she has no filter, and it was an interesting conversation. I felt that first scene did go on a little bit too long. I felt like they went from the script to ad-libbing, and yeah, so that's just a little critique that I wish that scene had been just a little bit longer because we got the point, but it just kept going. And then we get another scene with Valerie, who gets mad when Tom accepts a number from a patient, a daughter of a patient. Now, of the 3, there's 4 friends. Bruh's about 4 friends. One's a doctor, one's a lawyer, and one is an architect. They're all very successful. And then they have a 4th friend, which seems to be the main focus of the show, John, who they all gave him money, $200,000, to invest in a sub shop. The sub shop's not doing that well, and so he hasn't been able to pay them their money back. In this episode, we didn't get any information on Bill, and I think the next friend we got to see was Tom. He's the doctor, and his doctor's assistant, nurse, whatever. I don't know her actual title, but she gets mad when the mother of her patient gives him her daughter's number. He accepts it, and she's like, "You don't need that number. You know, I can break you off some if that's what you want." And he kind of sort of like pushes it off. And I think later in the episode he mentions that they did have sex, but not this time. But they had sex in the past. He regretted it, and he's just trying to move on from there, which is a very dangerous thing. But I do have a former client who's a gynecologist, and he talks a lot about how the women are constantly coming on to him, and he's like, "Excuse me, miss, you have an STD?" And she's like, "But can I still get that number?" So they need some scenes like that. But and he actually moved his practice to Atlanta. So Valerie is upset, and that's pretty much what we got from that quick little snippet. And then we had another scene, and this was the scene that makes it a BET Plus show, where once again we get a scene with Mike. We get a scene with Mike who's having a quickie with his girlfriend, and I'm assuming she's his girlfriend and not a jump off. And just like in Ruthless, we got some titties. And then I think we got a quick glimpse of his ass as Mike pulled his underwear off. So Tyler Perry is giving you a little bit of nudity. Well, we saw our titties for a long time, but we get a little bit of nudity for the most part, and a lot of cursing. BET Plus has allowed Tyler Perry to let the leash off because John's mother Alice is full of expletives. She's constantly cursing, F-bombs left and right. But we have like a little scene between the two of them, and me, I always think about things like this, just me, like, so he was just in you. Clearly it was a quickie, so he just nutted in you real quick. Nobody wiped, washed, did nothing, done none of that. No shower. She didn't go try to, like, push it out. You know what I'm talking about. You know, and they just have this casual conversation when you have sex in real life and y'all got to go. Somebody's gonna say, but at least you can washcloth with some soap and water or something. So I just think about little things like that. So I feel like they just shoehorned this sex scene in without really letting it breathe or really thinking about it or letting it breathe. So as the scene begins, we get a couple of pumps, and then we don't get any indication that there was an orgasm or anything. But clearly from the dialogue, that's what was supposed to have happened. The woman in no way, shape, or form was satisfied. I wish that we got a little bit of a reaction from her of not being able to get hers, and they're done just because he got his. So that would have been fun. It is a comedy. I mean, like Sex and the City. So, I mean, it would have been nice to have gotten a little bit of commentary or something on that, or can I use your bathroom? So they're just nasty. That's the only I could think. Y'all just nasty. You got cum, semen, just probably dripping. No indication of a condom because he just pulled the shit on. He didn't throw nothing in the trash or nothing. So, if that happened, and I put way too much thought into it. If y'all know me, you know why. I'm the guy you come to when you want to talk about sex. So, one day you'll learn that. So we didn't learn anything about Bill. He didn't get like a little scene of all of his own. He just kind of shows up with the rest of the friends towards the end of the episode. And we see a little bit more of the guy's personality. Oh, I forgot to tell you. Mike and his girlfriend, after that whole quickie sex scene, she asks, can she redecorate his apartment? Any guy watches will go, oh God, we know what she's trying to do. What a lot of women do when they ask, can they help you decorate, is not because they want to make your apartment more about you. It's usually them wanting to see themselves in the apartment. Even if it's something they've gotten for you that's nice and masculine, they still know that I brought that. I chose that. This is the room I decorated. I'm a part of this apartment now. I'm a part of this house now. So, although a lot of guys would get a collective sigh of like, oh, here we go, when a woman wants to come into your space and then start changing it. And then they have like a little minor argument about, not an argument, but a little back and forth about, he's like, here's my credit card, you can have $25K towards remodeling. She's like, I can't do it for less than $100K, you'll love it. And then she's like, you're a lawyer, you got it. So basically, that was his way of letting you know that he had money and that he has money to just be able to throw $100,000 towards fixing up a loft. Hopefully he owns it. Hopefully he owns it. And so anyway, the episode culminates with the guys meeting. His mother warned him, "You haven't paid these guys back for the money you did to get the sub shop, but you're trying to ask them for more money to buy a bar." Because he finds out this bar level 28 is up for sale, and his cousin early in the episode is a drug dealer, and he's like, "Look, I want to give you the money to open up this bar," and John is like, "No, I can't take the money because it's drug money, and my mother won't let me." So the guys, she does the whole Carrie from Stephen King's Carrie. They're gonna laugh at you. And she kept saying, "They're going to laugh at you because you ain't paid them back already. Now you're talking about more money." And so this is when we really learn the guys' personalities. So Mike is the aggressive one, kind of like the tell it like it is friend. He's going to tell you the truth even if it hurts your feelings. I'm kind of him, but I warn you, like, I'm going to tell you, you may not like what I'm going to say, but I'm going to tell you the truth. And ironically, my nickname is Mike. So he's the aggressive one that tells it like it is. And then Tom is the softy. He's the doctor, and he is the one who just wants everything to be okay, just kind of want to smooth things over. And, the guy's like, "No, we're not giving them money." And then Bill the architect, he is the negotiator. He's the one that it wants to say just the right things to get everybody back on the same page. But John gets all the way in his feelings when his friends don't want to give him more money. They gave him money for a sub shop, but now they don't want to give him more money for a bar. And there are a lot of people like this where they don't care about what you've done for them in the past. They only care about what you're doing for them now. So because his friends, because he's like, "You got the money." But the thing is, the reason why they have the money, and the people with money know this, that, it's because they're not squandering it. They're not spending it frivolously. People who are idea people, they got these big ideas. They don't have the money for it, but, they know you got it. So then they start pressuring you to, like, give them money for their ideas. And if it don't work out, then they go, "Oops, my bad, I'm sorry." And like you go, "I shouldn't have done that. I ain't never gonna do that again." Been there, done that. So I could relate. And I'll just have one more note about the show. With the character of John and the way his mother was talking to him and different people. And John is sort of the lovable loser type character. And Tyler Perry did get me to feel for him when his mother told him that he's a loser, which I thought was a little bit going too far. I don't think shouldn't have gone there, but it just made me remember when I was telling people I'm going to be a fireman and I'm going to be, in the fire academy. I got accepted, and people straight up told me things like, "Oh, you're not going to be able to get through the academy. Oh, you're going to die." You're going to be a fireman? And I'm like, "Yeah." And these people initially, with letting them know, what I was going to do, and they all were like acting like, I couldn't do it. But then when I did it, and I'm like, "Okay, are you coming to my graduation?" All of those people said, "Oh, I knew you could do it." And they were like, "Oh yeah, that's great. You're going to be a great fireman." So I had a little bit of flashbacks about people telling you what you can and cannot do, and then you just have to show them that you can do it. And unfortunately, for his character, he calls his drug dealer cousin and says, "Hey, you still want to buy that bar?" And so then that takes you to the next episode. But for me, I'm a retired firefighter. Now I'm retired. But, sometimes you just got to show people what you can do and not you know, don't worry about what they think of you. Just follow your dreams, follow your goals, get yourself a plan, and make sure you can do as much of your plan on your own without needing other people. And just go ahead and just do it. Don't tell them what you're going to do. Show them what you're going to do. And so, I think Bra is a good show. It's a good start. I think it has some good characters in it. There was some relatability into it. So I'm looking forward to the next episode and, episodes 2 and 3, which is on BET Plus right now. And if you've seen Bra, let me know what you think about it. And I will catch you in the next video.